Welcome to another episode of Starseed Activations. Welcome, Mary. Thank you so incredibly much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us about the energy of today, Mary.
Um, the energy is supposed to be massive. Um, there's a few posts that were out um, about the Pleiadians said today that the eclipse portal is going to bring in some new abilities for certain people.
Yes.
And also, it is going to bring in creativity for other people. And then for other people, it will bring in um, releasing long held
Yes.
fears and doubts that has been limiting them. It will help them with that as well.
That's beautiful. So today is a full moon eclipse. That's amazing.
Tomorrow,
So that's tomorrow or today?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. So today, well,
It's a
either
full
way.
moon. It's a full moon right now.
Oh, today is the full moon.
And tomorrow is too.
So the full moon is for 2 days?
Yeah.
When does that happen?
It happened last full moon too.
Was it the month after
I'm
that too?
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Anybody want to elaborate, please, in the
If
chat?
anyone knows
Anybody
anything
know?
about the full moons, I always thought it was for one day, but I do know the energy of the full moon is actually it's there for 3 or 4 days very solidly because I personally start to feel the energetic shift that's happening during these full moons. So
Okay, it's
hold on one
tonight.
second. We just have to do a quick recalibration. Release. Release. Okay. We ever so gently, dear ones, are stepping forward in order to cleanse and purify the energetic grids of all individuals here. You may feel free to join us in an Om. An Om opens and expands your heart chakras, dear ones, allowing for a type of collective consciousness net to form between all individuals watching this video throughout time and space. This allows us to activate the most highest potential information that is needed for your current ascension timelines as a group. Feel the emotion of unconditional love. And take a deep breath in. And one more deep breath in. Thank you. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so incredibly much, dear star people, for stepping forward. Thank you for gifting us this beautiful channeling session. Thank you for giving us the most appropriate, most aligned information for all of the people watching throughout time and space.
Thank you.
Excellent. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Before we
Okay.
get started, I wanted to show everybody my beads.
Yes. So Mary has mala beads. These are the ones I make these. Okay, this is my line. These little mala beads. And so what a mala bead is for each and every bead, we go around and we do an affirmation. And the affirmation could be, I am healthy, I am strong, whatever it is. And there's 108 beads on them. And the 108 beads actually opens 108 star field vortices, which allows the type of plasma energetic, dear ones, to free flow in your biological form. This then allows a instantaneous shift of your current vibrational alignment. Your vibrational alignments allow for different manifestations into your physical reality expression. The process of affirming may be done by utilizing beads. It may also be done with a visual representation. This is known as a vision board, dear ones, for any thing that is going to activate a brainwave patterning of any emotion code shall then start the process of shifting your resonance field in order to shift your magnetism and allow for an attunement to form in the energetic grid structures. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
The first thing out of the book is releasing past versions of the self to step into the unified field.
Okay.
That is page 31 of the new book, Keys to My Ascension.
Perfect. So, Keys to My Ascension is the new book, and page 31.
Yep. Each individual holds a memory grid complex which grants access into the past version of the self. This self is usually holding lower density frequencies and on occasion may need a complete clearing in order to facilitate a shift into the light realms. There are multiple modalities that may allow for a complete release of the past self. Placing focus and attention on this type of manifestation shall allow for timelines to form and healing modalities to manifest.
Okay. So when we release the past version of ourself, what that is if you've ever noticed that you may have had a toxic behavior pattern, that old pattern is located in an energetic imprint. The past version of yourself is still holding on to. Through a process of meditation. And meditations, dear ones, do not have to be a deep meditation where you lay for an hour. A meditative state, as we refer to it as, may simply be sitting down with your eyes closed, holding a pen and a piece of paper. Allow your ego mind to sidestep out of the way. Your higher self may then come forward and gift you a memory of a past version of yourself. This past version may be you as a child in this current body vessel. However, that past version may also be from a past life expression. These hold energetic imprints which trigger the cellular levels of your bodies, allowing for old toxic emotions to then generate a form of imprint in the body, which then starts to manifest particular behavior patterns. One such example would be any fear. That fear then shifting the person that you are right now in the now moment. This fear, once fully released, is going to shift your behavior in the now moment. We are all able to deep dive into our ancestral karma and release any imprints from them as well. This is a form of two-way communication because throughout time and space, your ancestors are currently living now. In this very moment, dear ones, for all time and space is simply an illusion. It is happening now. A unified field in your physics allows for a type of thought form to come into the minds of humanity, explaining how all time and space is connected to an energetic grid. This energetic grid is known as the source frequency net. The source frequency net contains all thought forms from all time and all space, dear ones. Accessing that source frequency net can recalibrate your energetic grid structures. It may also allow for any biological imprints from your past or future life incarnations or moments of time in this current life to come into your mind, dear ones, allowing for any type of thought form recalibration in your ego. Thank you.
Thank you.
Star people. Thank you.
I know on the last shadow work, we did the emotion code release
Yes.
where the star people helped us release. So, and I really felt that it was really awesome. I just wanted to tell you.
Yes.
It really
Thank
helped me
you.
a lot.
Good, good.
It did.
We'll
Terry,
probably be doing another one of those tonight on the Shadow Work Zoom. So
yeah, that'd
we
be
can,
great.
yes. So we go in and on the Shadow Work Zooms, we dive in and there's no charge. Everyone is free to come. You just send in an email and we send the Zoom link. And we do different energy clearings. You guys get to ask the star people one-on-one questions. Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Terry was saying that she was trying to win one of those malas on your Facebook page.
Terry, I just made 13 more today. Just send me a message. Yes.
Yep, to DanielleLipton.com. You can send her a message.
Yes. Absolutely. So
Um,
beautiful.
the next one is
And
realign.
oh, as well, the malas, anybody who does purchase a session will also be gifted a free mala. So I will, once they are fully made, because we're individually making them with your affirmations get imprinted into the mala as I tie the knots. So anyone who does get a session, we are going to send out a mala for them. Yeah.
Yeah, when I got mine today, I just felt unconditional love when I picked it up.
Yes.
And actually, I did my chakra clearance with them on.
Well, so the way it works is very similar to any crystal. So many times the malas, these contain crystals in them because that's the type of beads. Not all of them do, but any item, you're able to hold a high frequency of excitement, joy, and bliss, and then send a thought form into the item. That then allows for any crystal or any item to hold a particular frequency. Now, this is very important because if you've ever gotten an item, some items can be light, some can be dark. Now, I bring this up because when you receive any item, if it's in alignment with you, you may feel a burst of energy. You may feel even it's very specific. So, if you have a very particular type of affirmation or something that you're trying to manifest, we're able to energetically cast that thought form into the item. And then when you hold that item on you, it shifts the nervous system net and it shifts your magnetics to allow an easier manifestation of that item or experience. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Actually, that's one of the things that on here, the number page 35. But the next one is realignment of no, yeah, the next one is realignment into the highest potential timeline.
What page is that?
Page 32.
Oh, that was the next page. Okay.
Yeah, this one is each moment perceived inside the holographic stimulation is an opportunity to rebalance your energetic grids back into alignment with your highest potential timeline. This process is always controlled by the thought and emotion grids. Manifestation times may vary depending on the density levels held inside the biological form. It is of high value to focus on what your highest potential timeline looks and feels like.
Yes. So the next sentence, this type of focus should include micro moments of your manifestation. So a micro moment is the tiny moments that we observe while we are in the middle of manifesting something. So for example, I always use the purchasing of a new car because we've all done it to some degree or another. You sit in the car, you smell the car, you're feeling the car. These are all thought forms and emotion codes. So when we start to dive into how do we manifest things and how do we make these shifts, we have to change our magnetic frequency, which is the emotions. How does it feel? If you can get your emotions to be very excited, then all of a sudden your thought forms are going to start to manifest in your waking world very, very rapidly. And what this looks like is, and this is the reason why a lot of spiritual people do talk about holding your highest potential timeline and following your highest passion. So your highest passion is going to get that excitement magnetism to come in, and it's going to allow you to start to manifest your thoughts very rapidly. So if you've ever had a thought of let's say a red fire hydrant, and all of a sudden there it is right in front of you, but that's because you're very excited. You're sending off a type of frequency which allows it to manifest very rapidly. This also starts with synchronicities. So many times we see numbers on the clock, 1111 or 333, and that's because the universe is triggering you to wake up. It's all done in the magnetics of the person. Yeah.
I love when I see my angel numbers. I have to look every time, and I don't know why I just don't memorize it.
Oh, well, I did actually, but I didn't memorize because if you look online, the numbers are always changing. So sometimes I still look, But for the most part, the number one is like new beginnings. The number two is duality. So try and see it from my angle and someone else's angle. Whenever I see 222, that's what I see. The number three is the triangle. So it's very similar to the source frequency. 333 is the source frequency's number. So that's like your creativity. Four is you got to do the work or keep doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
5 is rapid change. 6 is the body. 7 is the journey as itself. 8 we recognize to be abundance. 9 is a cycle ending. And then 10 is a 1 with a 0. 0 is a cycle complete. So now the second you know what the individual numbers mean, if you
Mm-hmm.
see a 555, you know rapid change is coming times 3. So we take a look. Maybe that's in the first in your body or your location ring, and then the civilization ring to 3 different degrees. So that's generally how I go about, because many websites you can Google and research the numbers, and they're always different. So it's and look, there was 555 on the 1555 on the count.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to see 333 and 111 all the time, and I always thought whenever I saw it that God is with me.
Yes.
Before I, started my spiritual journey, that's what always came to me. God is with me.
Yes. Absolutely. It's
Um,
beautiful.
but before I go into the next one, do you think during this full red moon that we should all cleanse our energy?
Well,
Protect our
I
energy?
think every from what I've seen and the way that I usually judge these things, it's not by researching, because I know a lot of people who do that. I feel it. And when I feel the energy, it's like this morning with this morning release, this AM, the energy was very clean. And I was like, wow, we're having a full moon. What's going on here? It feels very clean energetically, like things were very smooth all day. I spent a lot of time diving into creative, aspects and doing the malas. Normally with a regular full moon, the energy is totally different. And then I noticed a little something later on in the day come across my reality, but it just totally feels different. So anytime I personally identify a full moon is in my world, and I speak it like that because every single sunrise that my eyes open is a brand new day, and not focusing on the calendar or the clocks or any of that stuff, just taking it from the now moment. And how does it make me feel? How does the energy of the day make me feel without knowing any of the external circumstances? That is how we start to identify, okay, this is what I'm feeling. And now I can identify there's a full moon. So now this full moon made me feel this way. This is also how we start to identify, do I want to make full moon water, which is placing a gallon of water in plastic, not glass, placing it outside to absorb the frequencies of that moon. Because if the moon released something that you really needed to be released, I would definitely put the gallon outside. And then I would take tiny sips of that gallon throughout the entire month to actually help release whatever it is that you have in the energetic grids that requires that releasing or that healing. So,
Well, there's a lot of people, other truthers and everybody saying, do not do that for this moon because it's different. And they said, do not put your crystals outside because it's like a negative one. I mean, I'm
ah,
not sure. This is just what's going around. That's what I heard today
okay.
several times.
That's okay. Well, that's in alignment for your reality.
Yeah,
And
that's what
just
I
to
thought.
see. Now, from my level of perception, right, from what I've seen so far, I've seen a burst in creativity and
Mhm.
I've seen one trigger. So it's kind of like, well, the trigger needed to be triggered anyway, but the burst of creativity was really nice. So maybe this full moon is in alignment. Once again, you're not going to know until you try it, right? Because it affects everyone differently.
Yeah, that's what I thought whenever I saw it. I said, well, you create your own reality. If you think that,
That's
then
it.
that's what's going to happen with you.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely. And
what
sometimes,
I thought.
all the full moons do is it pulses the energetic grids, which then allows you to remove your darkness. So, yes, I get it. We can be a little fearful or worried releasing the darkness. However, Is it in our highest and best? Yes, because the process of releasing the densities and distortions and darkness is going to help us absorb and push more light through our system. So it is required, it is needed. The full moons are here specifically to assist our growth and evolution process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. The next one is page 34, summoning a new fractal of your higher self.
Beautiful.
I love anything about the higher self. During your incarnation, you may notice times of change come upon you. This change may allow for a new soul fractal to be formed and expressed from your higher self. Expression of a different higher self fractal shall allow for a perception of different parallel reality version of yourself to become situated in the personality grid complex. The personality complex is located in your heart chakra subsystems. This truly is a multidimensional perception. However, the process also happens naturally throughout an individual's lifetime.
Yes. So what this basically is it is also calling a different personality. For there's different aspects of the higher self, dear ones, and these different aspects shall allow for different behavioral patternings as well as different personalities to be fully embodied in your physical vessel. This allows for a change or modification to the player character that you are. One such example of this would be known as an actor. An actor is. They are able to access the personality grid complex quite easily, summoning down new fractals from the higher self. For any fractal that touches into your energetics must free flow through the higher self first. This is how the two-way communication is formed. The higher self is always going to guide every single communication process. This is done spontaneously overnight, actually, for during the dream time realms, each you and the higher self become energetically bonded as one, allowing for you, the ego mind, to choose your magnetic manifestations. This allows you to pre program any and all manifestations during your dream time activity. Summoning a new fractal may also include any knowledge that is held by a parallel reality version of yourself. That parallel reality version of yourself is going to hold different knowledge from different life experiences. You are able to pull any and all information directly from your higher self or from the source frequency net itself. The source frequency net is one step above the higher self, dear ones, so still there is a filtering process of the higher self involved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
The next one is summoning an enchanted object, but I'm pretty sure that you were speaking about that with the mom.
Yeah, where are we talking about that? That's the same thing. You can
Yeah.
take any object, and the more you do it, the better it is. You can take a simple pen, and the power of affirmations is so strong that you can thank the pen, send love and excitement and bliss into the pen, and thank the pen for always writing you the best-selling books. And now just know it. You have to know it. You have to believe it. You have to know it. And when you know it, and you've done this with the pen so many times, you're going to start writing, and it's going to just seem genius to you. And that's all that matters, is how it feels to you. Because the second that it feels like a genius thought to you, then all of a sudden you are encoding that energy of this is genius into the work. And then the people reading it are going to be feeling the emotion code of this is genius. So the more and more we can start to program things. So one great thing that I like to encourage people to do is maybe go and get a pound of quartz crystals. They're relatively cheap. You can get them on Amazon. And then you sit with a bowl and you just bless it from your heart. Thank each and every quartz crystal for holding authenticity, excitement, bliss. Thank it for a direct cord with the crystals and the source frequency net so that it heals all the people who come into contact with it. Do that for like a month and do it like a ritual. Do it every single day, even if you spend a half hour with the bowl every day. Thank it, bless it, love it. Treat it like you would treat your child. Give it a bath, wash it with salt water, love and bless it, lie it out, put it in the sunshine, put it in the moonlight. Give it extra love and blessings, and keep programming your affirmations into it. This is something that each and every one of us can do. Once you've done that for about a month or less, it really depends on how much light you're shining through your system. Take the bowl and little by little take a handful, put it in your pocket. And as you're going out among your day, hand it out to strangers and thank it. Thank you for healing this. Thank you for healing my friend. That's what I do. And the star people have taught me to do that. I call everyone my friend so that it starts to break down any walls I have between me and people as I'm casting the love towards them. So do that. And just how does it feel? And how does it feel to put so much love into something and to know that the person that receives it is going to be feeling all those emotions of unconditional love that you have energetically imprinted it with? It's beautiful. It's a gift to do that for each other. It's a gift.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely come back to this video and watch that again because I do want to do those things.
Yeah.
Program up in.
Well, do it. We have to speak what we want into the reality. So speak what you want. What do you want? Do you want to have like the pen that's going to write everything, or, or even a magic crystal that's going to prompt you to have bright ideas every 5 seconds? Do that. You can program it into the crystal now, but the star people are ever so gently stepping forward. Dear ones, this is amazing. However, the process of ascension, we wish for each of you to know and identify. Everything you need is already inside of you. The crystal is merely a reflection of the frequency you are holding from within. This being said, you are able to program the crystal, but you are also able to program your bodies. With that being said, you can speak directly to your heart. Your heart is the higher self's connection. You are able to start saying, thank you for allowing me to see, witness, or perceive world peace. Thank you, heart, for sending a love-based energetic out, allowing all individuals who are in my energetic field to spontaneously be healed. Thank you for shining unconditional love and bliss, allowing all people to feel happy, to feel healthy, and to feel unconditional love when they step into my aura field. Thank you.
That's awesome because that's something that I say every day.
Yeah.
I say that every day.
See?
When if they step into my aura field, they feel nothing but unconditional love.
Yes.
That's one of my things.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. So Terry said she's left crystals on the gas pumps. I know scientifically, when you take a piece of quartz crystal, especially one that we blessed, I would imagine it works even better today. And you tape it to the gas line that, where the gas goes into the engine, it makes you use less gas as you're driving your car around. So we could do that to the electrical boxes. We could do that to the plumbing in the house. If you guys have ever had a plumbing leak, you could tape up the quartz crystals there. We put crystals around the refrigerator, right? So all the food has a frequency, or pieces of organite we actually use. But yeah, we do experiment and just see. I had a loaf of bread last 6 months in 2020 when we left the house. No, it was 3 months. It was 3 months. And it was amazing. We were doing so many prayers and blessings over all of the food that when we left the house and I came back, the bread was still soft and there was no mold on it. And I was like, wow, it was months and we weren't here. So this stuff, it really works. And it comes from your heart by sending that love and that blessings to all items, all people, all places, all things. You could change your entire life just by doing that one thing. And always start with the body. So if your body has something going on inside of it, many times if something is broken, they put a cast on it. And then what is a cast? It's a form of spelling. It's casting a spell. But people don't focus on it. So what I'm telling you guys is you have to speak to it. Send that love, that blessing. I love you, body. I bless you, body. Thank you, body. That I'm able to walk. Thank you, body. I'm able to run. Thank you, body. Take these tiny little things that we do and hold that gratitude inside and allow it to just shift your body. And then it is going to then shift into the outer ring. And then you're going to start to notice a change in people, places, and things outside of you. This is beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Today's Michael's birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, Michael.
Happy birthday. 30. He said, I think he said he was 32 today. Young.
Aw, very good. Michael sent me a message because it was so funny. When I was making one of the malas, it's very earthy. I had this feeling. I was like, this one's for Michael. I already know it's Lex's Michael. Yes.
Yep. Another one is psionic energetic signature activation. That's
Okay.
with the new book, but I don't have it pulled up.
Take your time, pull it up and read it.
Pull it up real quick.
That book, we downloaded that book very rapidly. Very rapidly. So good. And if anyone has any questions, you guys can put them in your chat boxes and send them. We try and read them if we can.
Okay, I got it. Psionic energetic signatures. While engaged in the energetic grids of any being, the primary individual may close the eyes and allow the mind's eye to flower open. Allow any colors or patterns to come into the mind's awareness. This is the energetic signature. The modality grants perception and energetic grid complex, and one may access different energy signatures. A signature is a unique identification resonance each attachment, angel, or multidimensional being holds. Some energetic signatures are visible in their nature.
Beautiful. Can you repeat that?
Yes.
While like, where's she out of here?
While engaged in the energetic grids of any being, the primary individual may close the eyes and allow the mind's eye to flower open. Allow any colors or patterns to come into the mind's awareness. This is the energetic signature. The modality grants a perception of the energetic grid complex, and one may access different energy signatures. A signature is a unique identification resonance. Each attachment, angel, or multi-dimensional being holds some energetic signatures or visual in their nature.
Yes. So there's a process where when you're clearing attachments off of people, and you close your eyes, you can see. So usually the whole thing is black, but then sometimes you'll touch into different areas of their energetic field, and you may notice like a that's one. Usually those are anger release or that base of attachment. Other ones are well, it's multiple because different beings or past life beings even, they also affect your visuals. So you can be going deep into meditation, sitting in a chair, and you could be calling up one of these guides, and it doesn't matter. It could be a deity, an angel, a guide, it could be anybody, and then you will see the color flash before your eyes. That is their phone call. That is their phone number. So the more you're able to tune in and you're able to see these things, it's like their unique identifier. So that means that you've made the contact because now you've been given a response. Now, the more you do it, the more you start an energetic blending and you're able to pull information from them. It is not really pulling with certain beings, it is gently asking. So, ever so gently, dear ones, we have a crystal skull named Chief who is stepping forward for this type of communication. We wish for all of you who are in alignment to receive, meaning you wish to receive communication from a crystal skull named Chief, to ever so gently close your eyes. If you are not driving, dear ones, if you are driving, we are assisting in your energetic download. Allow for a thought form or packet of frequency to wash over your complete biological forms. We are activating inside the hearts, dear ones. You may feel unconditional love radiating through you. All information is connected to your hearts. At any given moment, each of you are able to pull any knowledge directly from your higher self or the source frequency net direct. This allows a process of unpacking packets of knowledge to come into your physical reality. What this may look like, dear ones, is you may not realize that you have just accepted a packet of frequency. This frequency then starts to make changes and modifications to the base layer of your physical reality codings, allowing people, places, and things which are in alignment with that thought form of knowledge to then start to open, expand, and activate into your waking physical reality. This allows for a very rapid ascension timeline to manifest. Once again, some of you need to go through select circumstances in order to release any densities and any distortions, and that's okay too. The packet of knowledge is going to be encoded into a cellular level of your heart, allowing for it to fully expand and open when you are in alignment and ready for it. This is going to become as an activator. This activator will assist along your ascension path. It also may include 4 different manifestation codes, dear ones. These manifestation codes shall trigger a form of magnetism. That form of magnetism shall then allow for a type of manifestation of any physical item that you need or require for your current ascension timeline. This allows for you to activate to the highest potential degree. And we are sending many, many love and blessings, dear ones. Thank you. Thank you, Star People. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, earlier you said that you could call on a deity or whoever you want to. Well, one night I was calling on Archangel Raziel a lot because he is the angel that brings in your psychic gifts and abilities.
Ah.
And I went to sleep, and the next day I woke up. And when I woke up, as soon as I opened my eyes, I saw nothing but rainbows all around me. And
Ah.
that's his color. His color
Oh,
is of the rainbow.
that's
So I knew
beautiful.
that it was him,
Yeah.
that he heard what I wanted.
Well, I did when the Crystal Skull named Chief first came out. I had did the meditation like everybody else did that night. The very next sunrise, I call it. I had a bag of what was it? It was like the deep fried bananas, plantains, and it was like chiefless. Chifless. It was like the name brand, and it was like so tiny up top. And I was like, look, there's the word chief. I was like, that's like a synchronicity to show me that yes, the contact and communication was heard, which was
Hmm.
beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
um, King of Wands wants to know what to expect from one of your sessions that you do.
Yes. So the sessions is really any information that you need for your ascension timeline. The star people come through and they channel anything that we need to know. So sometimes attachments come through. I do offer attachment release sessions, which are any emotion code that you may have imprinted into the body that needs to be released in order for you to hold and push through more light. And when we're able to hold that higher density level, we're able to see it's like a very clean energetic feeling. The regular ascension sessions are talking, so it is more communication from your guides. Sometimes the star family step forward. It is not always guaranteed. It is really what the star people know that you guys need for your ascension. Yes.
Yeah. I love my session. I had a session
I love doing
and I
them.
got what I needed.
Yes. Oh, and those sessions can be found at daniellelipton.com. Yes.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Um, I also have in my notes connecting with Egypt and the Great Pyramids. I know that was a post in the old book, but
Yes.
Egypt is coming up a lot for me. I don't know if it's coming up for anybody else, but it's coming up a lot. Actually, it's been on a few people's stories and everything. So I feel like, maybe you could talk about that.
So Egypt, I know that we did have a download come through, which was you don't have to be in Egypt inside the pyramid to download the frequencies from the actual pyramid. So what the star people had me do was they had me close my eyes and we'll just do the Great Pyramid. Everyone could do this now. So we'll do this one too. Close your eyes and just feel into the Great Pyramid, whatever it looks like for you, whatever it feels like for you. And now, ever so gently, dear ones, we wish for you to imagine what the walls of that pyramid look like. You may see, visualize, or you may sense in any way, shape, or form. Some people may just know, others may feel, some may hear. That's okay too. When you know that you are standing inside the Great Pyramid in your imaginations, you may take the next step. We wish for each of you to visualize or sense placing your left hand on the pyramid's wall. You may now imagine and visualize all knowledge encoded into that pyramid as well as any surrounding pyramids to then free flow its frequency and energetics into the left hand, allowing all of that knowledge to encode your biological fields and your energetic grids, so that any knowledge which is in the highest and best alignment for you as an individual is readily available for you to unpack and experience. There are different schools of consciousness associated with Egypt, dear ones. We now are activating a particular pyramid into the channeler's heart. She is then able to broadcast and radiate this new frequency coding of an ascension timeline into each person here. One moment, please. And now, dear ones, we will radiate that ascension timeline frequency into the energetic grid surrounding each of you. You may feel warmth. You may feel unconditional love. You may feel bliss, and that's okay too. And we wish for each of you to take a deep breath in. Yes. How did that feel?
That felt great. Actually, I wrote a little prayer for each.
Oh, you did. You
Yes.
can read it. You want to read it?
Okay, let me see.
Yeah. Got it.
It's like an incantation.
Right.
It's an incantation to the Great Pyramid. It's only a page long. It's not that long. I wish to connect to the energy field of the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. I am aware that this pyramid is not just physical but metaphysical, a metaphysical conduit bridging the earthly and divine realms. I am asking to be connected to the secrets to transcendent spiritual awakening and the realization of my divine potential. Please connect me to the pyramid's chambers that I know will help to awaken me to the latent psychic abilities that lay dormant in my DNA structure, along with my soul's ancient knowledge. Also, connect me to the ancient healing devices to bring my physical body back to its original divine design. I am so grateful that these divine energies are enveloping me and aligning me with my spiritual vibrations that I need. Thank you for this ancient healing that is bringing harmony to my physical body and energetic spirit. These ancient energies are surrounding my biological form to promote me with spiritual growth and align me with divine will. Thank you. So grateful. So be it. And so it is.
Beautiful. Love
Thank you.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote that yesterday. I was going to do a little light language with it, but
Yeah. Love it. I absolutely love it. Maybe on the Shadow Work Zoom you could do it. Everybody
I
loves
just
when you did
froze.
it. You should just do it. It's good. Everybody here will love it. It's beautiful. Oh, look. I see like exited.
I froze.
So fun. She froze.
I'm
She
still here
froze.
though.
Release. Right? Oh, goodness. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions? Let's see. Okay, King of Wands, send me a message anyway. And we'll see. Nancy, hi. Are you unfrozen?
I hope
Terry,
so.
make sure that you send in a message so we could talk.
No, it won't
Okay.
let me unfreeze. Sometimes my computer does that.
That's okay. We could still hear you. So go
Yeah,
ahead,
I'm here.
Mary. Ask the next question. We got like 10, 15 minutes left.
Okay, let's see. The next one is monoatomic elements and the exchange of matter particles during quantum shifting. And
Yes.
that is page 146 in my Keys to My Ascension. So let me get to it real quick.
Okay. 146. I thought that was the first book. So fun. Is she?
What? Then it is the first. Is it the? It is. Then it is the first book.
No,
I'm
no, it's
sorry.
the second. It is in the Keys to My Ascension.
Okay.
It's okay. You got
Okay, I
this.
found it.
Okay.
I got it. Okay. Monatomic elements are elements that may shift into the secondary state of matter. This allows the baseline physical matter coding to affect the particles, sending them into different density levels and dimensions of awareness. This M state particles may be shifted in a multitude of different angles of direction, which shall allow different expressions of the same matter formation. Each density level may be observed in excess through a 90-degree shift of the consciousness awareness. Monoatomic elements have the ability to generate these types of degree shifts and access both multiple densities and dimensional states of being.
So they found monoatomic gold, which is a white powder substance around select pyramids. So monoatomic gold, it changes its base level of physical matter codes. What that means is it can be a white powder, and then we can scientifically change it back into gold, and then we could change it back. So it is something where we're able to take gold and turn it into a superconductive material. Now, a lot of you guys, I want each and every one of you guys who are curious about it to research it, because you're actually able to ingest the material, a white powder gold. They do sell it online. When you do that, now gold being a superconductor, it holds electricity different. We know that the body has a voltage in it. So when you take monoatomic gold, right away you start to see the blood flow and the heat in the body increase, which is showing more of a chi energetic activity within the body. It helps with the brain waves. So all of your thoughts in the brain, they're electric in their nature. Monoatomic gold helps to open and activate those. Now, there's different forms of neuroconnectivity that can ever so gently expand by utilizing substances of this nature, dear ones. That being said, monoatomic gold is also readily available in Dead Sea salt. For there is a process of extracting the minerals, which is high in monoatomic gold and magnesium. The Dead Sea salt may be utilized in order to cleanse, purify, and add more chi energetics into the physical body by adding it directly to your bath. Beautiful. We wish for each of you to open and expand that knowledge and to allow anything in alignment to come into your waking world. For now that you each are aware that a baseline of matter can be changed, that knowledge is of high value. For now, it allows for a belief system to come into your consciousness, which allows for matter transmutation to come into your physical reality. What this means, dear ones, is now you are aware. You are able to take any item in the physical reality and you are able to change the subatomic particles within that item, allowing for that item to change or transfer its being. This allows gold to then change to silver, to then change to copper, to then change once more to bronze. For any physical item is a form of a holographic simulation. Atoms and molecules are under a state of vibratory frequency. That vibratory frequency is available to change or modify. Necessary technological advances do not always have to be physically focused, meaning you may not have to utilize technology in order to change the baseline codings of each item in the physical reality. For all changes starts within the hearts, dear ones. You, as a being of light, have all of the abilities inside of you to change the physical matter as you see fit. Thank you. We are concluding tonight's channeling session. We wish to send a rainbow ray over each individual here watching throughout time and throughout space. Allow a rainbow ray to wash through the center soul tubule inside your mind. This rainbow ray is connected to your own individual higher selves. It is filled with unconditional love. It activates each of your highest potential timeline expressions. You may feel warmth. You may feel love. And as each of you go through tonight's energetic full moon, we wish for each of you to know that we love you, that we root you on, and we know who each of you are. We wish for you to know everything that happens is always in divine alignment. And we wish for you to know we are grateful for your service as ours. And we are sending many, many love and blessings, dear ones. Thank you. Thank you, Star People, for this beautiful channeling tonight. Thank you.
We love you too, Star People.
Yes, we love you guys. Thank you very, very much for channeling and for helping everyone on their ascension journeys. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for coming. Okay, so we're going to do the shadow work Zoom. That is at 8:30 tonight. So it is in exactly a half hour from now. Anybody who wants to come, it is complimentary. You just have to send an email in to daniellelipton.com and I will send you guys a free Zoom link. Thank you guys very, very much. And you all have many, many love and blessings. Thank you, Mary. Even though we can't see you, you're super tiny. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You have a great night.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Bye.